pistols.
Hey, in the back with a bitch getting sky high, pretty brown skin and shit, gangsta. I call her my lift eye. Pull up Mercedes 450
No, hell no.
back, let's ride. Nigga try me, he stupid, get chest tied. These niggas pussy, they
Turn on my ears.
How we beefing, ain't never been shots fired.
What's going on, guys? It's Andre. I'm lucky enough to be out here with Legends Texas at Comanche Moon Ranch. Comanche Moon is a brand new development that they have that's just 5 minutes south of I-20 or about 20 minutes north of Stephenville. Brand new development that you can buy acreages anywhere from 7 to 50, high fence ranch, all exotics. Pretty cool luxury amenities. They have indoor pickleball courts. They have a pond. They say there's 20-pound bass out here. I might have to give that a try at some point. But I'm just lucky enough to come out here, shoot at the range. But if you're interested in buying a property out here, you can buy a property. You can hunt whatever you want on that parcel that you have. So if you have any questions or you want to schedule a tour, email Kaylee. Kaylee's really sweet. I'll leave her email right here or down in the description below. But now, let's get over to this. So behind the camera, I have David. We're going to see how well he does on the videography and on the editing. And we're actually using an actual camera this time, not a phone. So let me know what you think about it. If it's good, I actually might invest one for myself for the channel. But as of at the time of us filming this video right now, I turned 21 in a week. So I wanted to show you guys my entire gun collection that I have right now, just to show you what I have before I start spending money on more pistols, suppressors, a whole 9 yards. So let's just get straight to it. First of all, the very first gun I ever had was a Remington 870. Okay, we were just talking about using a professional camera and it overheated. So now we're back on the phone, but we'll see how it does. So as I was saying, Remington 870 was the very first gun I ever owned. I still have it, but I just left it at the house. I don't have it with me at college. So right there, we're starting it off with $500. Now we have this Glock 17. It's unloaded. Glock 17 that my dad gifted me as a going away college gift. So we have a Holosun 407C red dot on it. Phenomenal red dot. I always keep this thing running, and it's been running for 2 years. Red dot's always still on it. Then we have an Lite PL Pro Valkyrie. Great light. A lot of people complain about the PL Pros just because they blow up. I've never had any issues with it. So quickly, let's see if we can just get on target because we're kind of at rifle distance. There we go. Okay. We'll grab that later. Let's go over to the next gun. All right, got a quick little cheat sheet about the prices of everything on all this. So Remington was $500. That Glock, everything said and done, is right at $1,000. So David's going to add a little just summed up value of everything. Now we have the very first AR-15 that I ever bought personally. I bought this the day after I turned 18 at Shields. You can honestly find these things now for about, I don't know if I already said it, it's a Radical 5.56. You can buy these things now for about, I don't know, $400 or $500. I paid about $650 for it whenever I bought it. We have an AccuFire Evro, I believe, Evro 1-6, $700 scope. This thing honestly is amazing. Then we have, I added some tan furniture on it, replaced it. We have about $60 into that with the BCM gunfighter grip. Let's quickly see if we can get on here. I'm not a fan of this this stock because it's more of a close quarter combat stock, but see if we can quickly get on out to 100 yards. Got it. I don't know if you can hear the steel out there because it's real small steel, but got this. We have about, we'll grab that in a second. We're at 1740 on this build. Now let's go over to this next one. I forgot to mention I have a LaRue flat face trigger in this. It's about $100 trigger, amazing trigger. We have that muzzle brake, so absolutely zero recoil. Love this gun, especially it being my very first gun. Now we're moving on to the very first 22 I ever bought. All these people start out with 22s whenever they're young. I actually never started out in a gun culture house, so never started out with a 22. Finally bought my first 22, and probably 22 is my favorite caliber to shoot now. So right here we have the Winchester Wildcat. Love this thing because it's a Ruger 1022 basically, but way cheaper. Takes Ruger 1022 mags. I've lost the little thread protector, so I put an A2 bird cage on there. And then this Sig Romeo 5 was on my Radical whenever I first bought the Radical, and I just got that AccuFire, so I moved it onto here. It looks kind of dumb, especially with that high riser mount, because it's meant for ARs, but I honestly don't even know if it's sighted in yet. Got a little BX25 banana clip in there. Let's see if it does anything. Uh-oh. I just love this thing. I love 22s in general. So yeah, if you're looking for a 22 that's budget friendly and you can suppress it, which by the way, whenever I turn 21, 22 suppressor for sure. Or I'll even run my thermal on this every once in a while because that's a Picatinny rail. These things are like $250 at Academy. Definitely look for these. All right, once I got to college, I started meeting a lot of guys that were big into bird hunting, and I don't know, I didn't like the pump action anymore. I wanted a semi-auto. So I went with the Winchester SX4. This is about a $1,000 gun. It takes up to 3.5-inch shells if I ever decide to take it on a goose hunt or anything like that. But I mean, it runs 2 3/4 inch all day. I've never had any issues with this. Killed a lot of birds with this. So I don't really want to shoot that steel out there because I don't want to hit the frame, but we'll just let the ground eat real quick. I think it kicks, I don't know, not too bad, but I love this shotgun. Probably will never get rid of this gun. So yeah, about $1,000. We'll add that on to the prices. Now let's go on to the next one. All right, next gun we have, this is 100% one of the most practical guns that I own and 100% the least favorite gun I own. I hate this thing. This is the Ruger 380 LCP Max. This was about $400. It shoots 380, so you would think it doesn't kick that hard, but it's such a small gun. It's a little belly gun, fits in the palm of my hand. I actually have a whole video about what I conceal carry to school. I'm 20 years old. You can conceal carry, you can get your LTC in Texas, and you can carry on college campus. So I'll have that video probably in the description below. But anyways, I hate this gun just because of how small it is and how much it recoils. So I'm not looking forward to this. I mean, it's definitely shootable. I don't even know if I'll hit the steel out here because that steel's like what, 25-30 yards. Oh, there we go. But yeah, this for sure is my least favorite gun. I hate that thing. Now let's go on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have probably the favorite gun that I own. This is the Ruger Mark IV 2245 Lite. This is once again another 22. I'm telling you guys, 22 is just the best. It's the most fun round to shoot. This thing is also threaded, so you know I'm going to run this thing straight suppressed once I turn 21. This thing is stupid accurate. If I'm ever taking someone out to the range that has never shot a gun, this is 100% what I'm putting in their hands first. And every single person that I've let shoot this gun, they love it. So let's see if it's sighted in right now. 10 rounds. I wish it was a little bit higher mag capacity, but I mean, 30 yards, I almost went shot for shot. This is for sure going to be like a little dispatch gun that I'll carry whenever we pig hunt in a holster with a suppressor on it. So cheap on ammo, fun to shoot, 100% best thing I own. Okay, I forgot to mention about this thing. Gun itself is about $600, and then another Holosun for $250. So we're looking at, what was that, $850 if my math's right, $850 on that gun. Now we're moving on to another 22. Once again, love 22s. Next gun I purchased right after that. This is the Savage Mark II FVSR, once again threaded. Every single 22 I have is threaded because I know I'm going to get a suppressor for it. So this thing for the price, stupid accurate. I think it was, I don't even want to look at my cheat sheet. It's about like 270 or 280. And then I have a Leupold gold ring on there. I think the scope's about 300. So This thing, I am super impressed with the accuracy on it. We'll quickly, I think this gun sighted, or the scope sighted in, because I run my thermal on this a lot, on just little things, rabbits and all that. So I threw the scope back on right before the video. Let's see if I can even hit steel. Okay, let's see if we can go into 100. This used to be pretty dialed at 100. Oh, dude. And it's bolt gun, so it doesn't get any quieter than this once I throw a can on this. So now let's go on to the next one. Next up, we have the Mossberg 930. I already had a semi-auto shotgun, but this thing, I found someone was selling it. It was broken, so I got an insane deal on it, so I couldn't pass it up, and then I got it fixed. So we're gonna go new retail price if I wanted to buy it. This was, I think, $550. So let me take the shell out of here real quick. If you look real close, we got a ported barrel up on top of there, fiber optic sight. So this should kick a lot less than my SX4. I really haven't shot this thing much at all. So we'll see how it goes. But who knows? Maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I'll find a new home for it. We'll see. It wasn't too bad. It might have been a little bit better than that SX4 with that ported barrel. That's the first ported barrel gun I've ever owned or shot, and I'm honestly pretty impressed with it. So yeah, 550 bucks. Now let's go on to our next guns. So next up, we have probably the runner-up for my #1 gun, for sure my favorite non-22 gun. We have the Sig Cross chambered in 308. This is one of the dream guns that I've always wanted to buy, and finally I was able to buy it. The reason I really bought it was whenever AGM partnered with me, I decided I needed a way more accurate gun, like a little testing gun for all the scopes that they send over. And I wanted a precision bolt action that ran relatively cheap ammo to kill a lot of pigs with, but also being light. So this checks off all those boxes. If you've never heard of them before, you probably have. Palmetto State Armory has their own line of ammo. Is that zoomed in right there?
Second.
We good right there? Is it zooming on my face?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. So this is AAC 308 soft points, and it's actually the same stuff. It's made by Hornady. I'm pretty sure it's the Hornady interlock. And a 20-round box of this is literally $16.99. So I kill a lot of pigs. I want to shoot cheap ammo that's still effective. So run that, and it's, I mean, I'm shooting right about sub MOA. I also have an Arca Swiss plate on this, so I don't need this clamp anymore. That just went underneath the truck. By the way, bog pod that I've upgraded, I have a whole video about that. I'll put that either, like, there's that little info thing, or I'll put it down in the description below. I have about $200 put into this tripod with a ball head, so I can move this wherever I want, and Arca Swiss, or I could just run that clamp if I needed to. So way better than just the standard clamp that comes on that death grip. So I love this thing. It's so smooth. Let's see if we can get it out to 100. By the way, completely forgot to say it. The gun itself is about $1,600, or it is $1,600. And then this is a scope that AGM sent over to me. It's the AGM Adder TS35 640. That's about $3,500. I have a lot of footage of this on my Instagram if you want to take a look at my Instagram, or I'll be making a lot more content with it on YouTube if you just want to look at it on YouTube. So let's see if we can get it going at 100 yards. I just knocked that thing off. Good thing there's another steel target out there. That one didn't get knocked off, but I smoked it. Really smooth. Love this gun. For sure my dream gun. So now let's go on to my next thermal. All right, now we have the very last gun out here. This, I literally just finished building this about a week or two ago, and I never realized how much money I put into it until I just did the calculations right before this video. I have like $1,800 or $1,900 put into the gun, plus the scope, which is $5,000. So we're looking at $6,900 just for this rig right here. This is the, I know AGM might hate me for this because it's not an AGM, but I bought this before I was partnered with AGM. It's the iRay Rico Mark 1 640. I'll sometimes run this 28 rounder, little So I used to have a 28 round mag. I bought this thing like a week or two ago, and I guess I didn't seat it in. I definitely didn't seat it in all the way. So that's trash now. Luckily, I have a 20 rounder with me. I always run 20 rounders whenever I'm hunting, just because running on a tripod with that banana mag, it kind of just hits that tripod. So running a 20 rounder is definitely the move to go. Once again, I haven't even said it. 7.62 x 39, the old Kami round. Love this because of how cheap it is. We're looking at about 40 or 50 cents a round for hollow points. These are just the Wolf steel case, and I mean, they shoot, I don't know, probably about 2 MOA at 100 yards, and I mean, for killing a lot of pigs, that's going to work just fine. I built this from the ground up. We have a PSA strip lower that I put a $300 AR gold trigger into, SB tactical brace. We have a Breek Arms sledgehammer. It's kind of like the Radian Raptor. The Radian Raptor suppressor charging handle is supposedly the best, but apparently a lot of people are saying that this is just as good, or if not better, for even half the price. And I have this rigged out ready for me whenever I buy a can. This is for sure going to be the very first gun I buy a can for. Have a Superlative Arms adjustable gas block. On the end, y'all might think that this is a can. This actually isn't. This is a blast diverter from Rugged. We're looking at about $265 on this, plus the muzzle brake inside. So $100 on that. And we have a burn-proof gear suppressor cover. That's about $150. I think that's insanely priced, but it is what it is. So let's see how this goes. Let's start her out at this 25 yards, see how well it does. How do I zoom? There we go. I haven't used this gun in a while. Taking it out to 100. Oh, maybe not the small one. I think I'm hitting it, but this is for sure my main pig gun, just because of how cheap it is to run. Real small. This is a 13.9 inch KAK Industries barrel that I have on here, and I mean, I started out with a Bear Creek 7.62 and it served me well, but I wanted something a little bit smaller to run, especially whenever I get a can on here. So this will for sure be one of the most common common guns that you'll see on my videos. Once again, big thanks to Legends Texas letting me come out to Comanche Moon Ranch. Make sure to check out their website at legendstexas.com. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I enjoy just looking at guns, shooting guns, everything about guns, and I just can't wait to push out way more content, especially once I start getting way more cool guns. If you ever have any questions about any of these guns or any general questions that you want to ask me, ask them down in the comments below, or if you want to, go on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, DM me. I'll make sure to try to answer your questions as much as I can. Make sure I'll also tag Legends Texas down in the description below, along with my man Brian that's letting us out here, and David too. So anyway, I hope you'll have an amazing day, and I will catch y'all in the next video. See ya.